William Ruto is currently touring the country. So far, we have seen him at the coast, on the mountain, and today he was in the Gusii Nation. While speaking in Nyamira County, it appears the residents were not in agreement with him over some of his promises. Listen to this before we continue.
Nyamira tumekubaliana. Nyamira tumekubaliana. Wale wanasema tumekubaliana, nione kwa mkono. Wale tumesema tumekubaliana. Hata mambo ya university hatujakubaliana. Tumekubaliana mambo ya university. Tumekubaliana mambo ya barabara tujenge, ya shule tujenge, ya stima tuunganishe, ya barabara tujenge, ya affordable housing tuendelee, na ya university tuendelee. Hebu nione wale wanasema tumekubaliana hiyo maneno. Basi.
Yes. That was William Ruto speaking in Nyamira, and is asking Nyamira residents, Nyamira tumekubaliana. Hata mambo ya university hatujakubaliana. Wale wanasema tumekubaliana, nione kwa mkono. And you are seeing clearly that there are no hands. Only a few are raising their hands that they're in agreement with William Ruto. But a whopping majority seems not to be in agreement with William Ruto. And even the few raising their hands, we can't rule out the possibility that they might have been mobilized, paid to cheer up William Ruto, something that is similar to what we saw in Muranga in Kirinyaga, where people were literally being paid to attend Ruto's events. So even the ones raising their hands, we can't rule out that possibility, that they were mobilized and paid. And also listening to William Ruto, he's talking of mambo ya barabara tujenge, ya shule tujenge, ya affordable housing tuendelee, ya stima tuunganishe. Ebu nione wale wanasema tumekubaliana hiyo maneno. But still, they are disinterested. If you listen to William Ruto speaks, Ruto is still making the same promises he has been making in the past 2 years. The same promises. And it's as if he has already started 2027 presidential campaigns. In this video, I want us to put those remarks by William Ruto into perspective for Kenyans to understand in clear terms what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Let me start by saying this. Upon William Ruto joining hands with Raila Odinga and appointing some ODM leaders in his government, it's true, a sizable number of Kenyans were willing to give William Ruto a second chance. And that's why we saw residents of Mombasa, Nyanza, Kisii, across the country, in areas where ODM party has been enjoying support, they were willing to offer William Ruto a second chance. So his working relationship with Raila Odinga gave him that window to make things right. And that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. But looking at William Ruto, it appears he has not yet learned anything. He's still stuck in his old ways of playing politics, constantly on car rooftops, campaigning for the next election. That in one way or the other can kill the spirit that these Kenyans were giving William Ruto to see if he could make things right. Upon some ODM leaders being appointed in William Ruto's government, we saw Kenyans in Kisii and Nyamira willing to give William Ruto a second chance. It has been weeks, and it appears Kenyans are now losing that confidence once more in William Ruto. And William Ruto is solely to blame for that. He's still doing things the old way. He's still on car rooftops campaigning for the next election. What Kenyans hate about William Ruto are these constant campaigns for 2027. Kenyans don't want to see William Ruto giving promises. Kenyans want to see action. All those promises he's giving are of no use. Let Kenyans see action. And let him not force Kenyans that he has delivered, while we know pretty well he has not delivered. That's the biggest blunder Ruto is making. He's not delivering, but constantly giving promises, lying to Kenyans that is actually delivering. And that's how he lied to some Kenyans who voted for him in 2022. The most unfortunate bit about it, he's now trying to transport these lies to areas that rejected him. And in those areas, they already know he is lying to them. So William Ruto has to change his strategy. If he wants to win these areas that never voted for him in 2022, let him change his strategy. Let him stop too much talking. Let us see action. If he does that, then nobody knows. Maybe these areas can start embracing him. But if he uses that strategy, he lied to some Kenyans in 2022. If he wants to use it in areas that rejected him, William Ruto will not succeed. And all this will end up backfiring very badly on him. And it's very dangerous for him because now if this area starts rejecting him, then nobody will now save him. The whole country will now have rejected William Ruto. So Ruto has to stop these campaigns, let him sit down in his office to work. And also from that incident is coming out very clearly that even though Kenyans are giving William Ruto a second chance, they still don't trust him. They still see him as the usual perennial liar. And this is why it's important for Ruto to change his strategy. Kenyans have given him that chance, yes, but that does not mean they now trust him. Let us see action. And there are some issues Gen Zs talked about. Gen Zs wanted a total overhaul of Kenya Kwanza government. The principal secretaries must go home. Instead of William Ruto campaigning for the next election, by now he ought to have sacked these principal secretaries, these top government officials, the departmental heads. Those are the things he should be doing now, not campaigning for the next election. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya for the first time, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. It's very clear that William Ruto is still repeating the same mistakes that took Kenyans to the streets. And if he continues that way, then I'm seeing another wave of protests coming soon. Ruto has to change. The problem is him. He has to change. If he can't change, then the future is not bright. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Nyamira tumekubaliana. Nyamira tumekubaliana. Wale wanasema tumekubaliana nione kwa mkono, wale tumesema tumekubaliana. Hata mambo ya university hatujakubaliana. Tumekubaliana mambo ya university. Tumekubaliana mambo ya barabara tujenge, ya shule tujenge, ya stima tuunganishe, ya barabara tujenge, ya affordable